Every social enterprise should have a mission statement. Your mission statement is a sentence or two that summarizes your mission, such as, our mission is to prevent and respond to illegal dog fighting. We'll provide the resources and support necessary to report incidents, raise awareness, and rehabilitate abused dogs. To lock this in, you'll need a shareholders agreement. You might include a clause that affirms everything about your business will help achieve your mission statement, such as, we will only engage in business or activity that supports our mission, or one that specifies a certain percentage of shareholders must approve of any business plans going forward. You can't manage what you don't measure. Wishy-washy goals like, we made the world a better place, aren't clear or measurable. Actual performance must be reported as often as practical. This could be qualitative, a yes or no question, such as whether new legislation is passed to give dog fighters harsher sentences, or quantitative, such as the number of dogs rescued every month. There are online tools that can help you gauge whether your business is on the right track. GRI standards enable any organization to understand and report on their impacts on the economy, environment, and people in a way that allows for oranges to oranges comparisons with other companies. Developed by B-Lab and the UN Global Compact, the SDG Action Manager incorporates the 10 principles of the UN Global Compact and the Sustainable Development Goals. The SDG Action Manager will enable users to integrate the BIA's comprehensive stakeholder-based view with a more focused look at their performance on the Sustainable Development of Goals. The Impact Management Platform works to help consolidate existing sustainability resources, address gaps, and coordinate with policymakers and regulators. Once a baseline of performance has been established, targets can be set. Include a section on business assets in your shareholders agreement, such as whether the business must retain a certain proportion of profits to meet the mission instead of paying them to the shareholders, or whether the business must reinvest assets in a certain activity. When someone invests in a business to help society or the environment, we call this impact investment. It's a good idea to give your current shareholders the power to veto prospective shareholders, so that prospective shareholders who aren't committed to the mission or are likely to prove counterproductive in some way cannot dilute the mission's strength. Investment is a double-edged sword, and in that it can increase the reach and influence of your enterprise, but will dilute the current shareholders' authority and vision. This might result in lack of cohesion, with indecisive action or inaction. The more people are added, the more likely your organization will start to chase profits over impact. You'll need to get your company valued before you sell a share, and shareholders will expect a return on their investment. Finally, protect the mission statement and the shareholders agreement itself. Include a section to say that a strong majority, say over 75%, must agree before any changes are made to the mission statement and shareholders agreement. You might even specify that a change to any clause of your shareholders agreement requires a unanimous vote to ensure its integrity. Another option is a legally binding constitutional restriction of your company's capacity, rights, powers, and privileges under Section 16(2) of the Companies Act 1993. This can be done on top of or instead of a shareholders agreement with a similar scope of clauses to specify. Registering a charitable status can also protect the mission of a social enterprise, as well as eliminate business taxes, though this precludes making private profits from the business.